So, I called to admit I'm a liar. I'm a big fat liar. You guys are getting a video today. What can I say? I had a very interesting day today. I'll say that. I ain't got a lot done, because I gotta say, I was strapped to my phone the whole day. I couldn't put it down. I want to talk about my day, and I want to give my new Twitter friends some assistance. However, much like my sponsor, I can't really talk about it on the fucking YouTube. So, but, like with my sponsor, I can't, I sell product through a sponsor. I can't talk about it. I can't even talk about the product. So I can't, you know, and like my merch goes through that store. So I can't even tell you how to get my stuff, really. So, right? That's wacky. But with her, I think I can actually dance around it enough that I might be able to, you know, do a little shout out for her. We'll see. I'm still trying to figure it out. So, yesterday, this girl followed me on Twitter. And I generally follow people back. Nowadays, I'm a little bit more discerning than I used to be, because I'm picking up on people that are following me because they don't like me. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not going to follow them back because I don't care. So, whatever. So now I kind of look at people before I follow them back. And she had her career listed in her bio. And I was like, that's interesting. And so I followed her back because she, you know, seemed in line with my kind of train of thinking. And so I was like, alright, cool, this could be interesting. And she sent me a DM. And I was like, well, she likes my videos. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then she was DMing me today. And we were chatting. And she's really smart. And very insightful. And like I was talking to my buddy Dennis about it, and I was like, yeah, she's really smart and really insightful. And he's like, you sound surprised. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, generally I'm surprised these days when anybody is smart and insightful. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. What do you want from me? Had nothing to do with anything else other than she's a person in the world, and that's just awesome to find these days. So, yeah, it's really smart, really insightful. It was really good conversation. It was a lot of fun. You know, but it was very interesting because I'm like, huh, cool. And it was like surprising because I did kind of find myself going, huh. And you know, I had to kind of examine that and think about it and be like, well, that's just unexpected. Because she was telling me about how apparently the industry that she works in is rife with leftist fucking wackadoos. And I'm like, fucking really? How in the fuck is your industry full of leftist wackadoos? Like, what the fuck? It doesn't even fucking mean, like, what? So, okay, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, that's weird. And, she brought up August. And I was like, yeah, I remember August. I talked about August. August was very sad. For those of you who don't know, August Ames, I believe was her name, August Ames. She was a working girl. And, she was warning somebody through Twitter about a possible danger to their health. Was what her intentions were, pure and simple. But it ran afoul of the phobes, so the phobes decided that she was phobic and phobophoba. So, of course, because it was on Twitter, just a landslide of dicks. And there, from what I understand, from everything that was reported at the time, there were other things going on with her. She, just person in the world, and she had things going on, and this, I'm sure, didn't help. And she wound up taking her own life. It was very sad. And I don't know. It really got me just thinking. It was refreshing to talk to somebody who is of a certain job field, and to really interact with them as like a person. Because so often, people that you see on screen and stage, it's easy to like think of them as because I address people as their characters more often than not, because I have difficulty with names usually, and some people I just kind of know as their characters, like the guy that is Agent Smith in The Matrix. I know he's got a funny name, but I can never remember it. It's like Hugo Weaving, right? Usually I can't remember his name, so I usually call him, what was it, Agent Elrond. Because he was Elrond in Lord of the Rings, and he was Agent Smith, so I call him Agent Elrond. People generally know what the fuck I'm talking about whenever I say that, because I've seen one of those two movies, so, right? So, like, even there, you kind of... They're not really people, because they're so distant from us. I'm never going to meet Hugo Weaving, probably. If I did, that'd be fucking cool, But it would be like it would feel to me like I'm meeting Agent Elrond, or Agent Elrond Red Skull, That would be that would be neat. But it would also at a certain way be kind of odd. And given the opportunity, again, I would want to just kind of talk to him like a person, and see where that kind of goes, because it's a hell of a lot more interesting than just going, man, you're fucking Agent Smith. That's not going to really do much good. So yeah, it's really made me think a lot about just kind of generally the whole thing, like how attached we are through the internet. We are kind of a world society, and I've got a lot of Australian people watching now. Hello. And so that's kind of interesting to wrap your mind around as well, that I'm now reaching people in different parts of the world. Like, it's just, I don't know, casting a wide net now, and the fish that are swimming in are pretty alright, I haven't really run into many shitheads. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. I don't know, it's interesting. Yeah, the stuff she was telling me about the things that are going on in the industry, it's like, oh my god, like... Because, I I gotta be honest, when I started working there, inevitably it got around to me telling the guys at work what I do here on YouTube. And they were like, oh, so you're like a Trump supporter. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I support the president. Doesn't really matter to me who that president is, so long as he's enacting good policy. And I think the man's enacting good policy. So, yeah, I support the president. So long as he continues to do that. And they were kind of like, huh? Okay. then I noticed shortly later, as I was going through the office one day, that one of the guys in one of the cubicles has like MAGA hats and fucking shit like that and pictures of Donald Trump up, and I'm like, oh, God. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, from both ways, I'm looking at it like, Jesus, what have I gotten into? But for the most part, the people that I generally interact with, they don't really care. Like, that's what I find most often than not. Like, everywhere I wind up being somewhere, if I wind up talking to people about politics, they're like, no, I don't give a shit. So that's heartening, to know that kind of the common man doesn't really fucking care. But also, it's like thinking about in her situation, she's in a business wherein that matters, and it's like, and she doesn't seem one to like pretend that she's nutty just to get along. So that's just gotta be uncomfortable. It's gotta be just kind of like we don't talk about that, Oof. So yeah, really, the whole conversation just really got me thinking about a lot of stuff. And I figured I would share these perspectives with you, because they are new perspectives that I'm getting. And it's always fun to discuss things with a wide subsection of people. 5,000 people that are subscribed to me. It seems to be a good round 1,000-ish of you that are watching. So, that 1,000 people, that's a pretty good slice of humanity. You get a good wide array of opinions out of that. That's nice. I like that. Like, that I would say is the coolest part of everything that's going on, is just the interaction. It's so much more, which is becoming a problem. I'm not really ready to have the chat yet. The whole thing blew up so fast, and it was just so much at once. Things got buried, but sooner or later, I think things will settle out to a manageable level again. So I'm fine with that. I'm not ready to have the talk with you guys yet, but the talk is coming. If the floodgates open up anymore, the talk may be coming. So, and as far as somebody mentioned the 500. I have a thing I do on this channel where, what was it? Every time I get 1,000, I do a live stream, which is gonna wait until I move. God damn it, because I'm not gonna try and do that shit with the internet the way that my internet has been acting lately. I can't. It won't work. It just won't fucking work. It's gonna have to happen after I move. But whenever I get 1,000 milestone point, I do a live stream, and then whenever I get a 500, milestone point, I do a Q&A. So I owe some live streams and Q&As. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly with that. I may do the live streams just because when I move, hopefully, dear Lord, I'll have working internet. And then I could just do a bunch of live streams. That's fine. But I don't know about the Q&As. That's a lot of redundant Q&As. So that I might do the live streams, but not the Q&As. So there's that too. I'm working on a video for tomorrow in my head. I'm still rattling it around. I need a good day at work. 8 hours of just mind-numbing work to really, really kick it around and think about it. Think about what it is exactly I want to say. What kind of a message I would like to frame out as my perspective on this subject. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. So, yeah, but I'm definitely working on a big video for tomorrow. This is going to be a good one. Yeah, so that was my day. It was an interesting day. It got me thinking about a whole lot of things, and it was pretty cool to meet a new person. She was very nice. Her name was Alexis, and her name was Alexis, and she was blazingly attractive. So if you Google Alexis blazingly attractive, then, you know, you can say hi to somebody who's a new member of the family. Right? That's cool, right? We're just pointing out interesting people who watch. Friends of the show. FOTS. Right? We got an FOTS thing going on. Also, just for shits and giggles, if you want to find, what's his name? Zach Ward. He was Scott Farkus. In A Christmas Story. If you've watched the movie Christmas Story, the bully, Scott Farkus, Zach Ward. I don't think he watches, but he follows me on Twitter. So hey, fuck it. Scott Farkus follows me on Twitter too. I thought that was funny. And yeah. But see how that fucking is? YouTube. One person who is a perfectly nice person who watches the show, enjoys the show, member of the family, and I have to tap dance around directing people to go and say hi to her and be nice because she's a member of the family now. But Scott Farkus from The Christmas Story, yeah, I could just be like, hey, go check his ass out, and I don't even know if he really watches me or not. I may have just be randomly picked to be followed by him. I don't know. I don't fucking if I know why he follows me, but he does. So, but yeah, there you go. Her name's Alexis. She's a very nice lady. She's a person. And she's a member of the family, so therefore she is under my protection. Be nice. Don't be poopy. And she's blazingly attractive. And if you can't figure it the fuck out from there, man, Jesus, I can't help you with anything. But yeah, there you go. That was my day. It was an interesting day. She's very nice. It was very cool to talk to her. And